my Facebook friends. It's your girl, Chanel Monique. Chanel Monique, say it again for me, ChanelMonique.com. I am here with a special guest. I have my sister from another mother. Look, I say that part. Gloria Warren. Gloria, tell us a little bit about who you are and a couple things that you have accomplished because they don't know you, but they're going to get to know you today.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for having me on. I was telling my aunt like last week when I went to your page for the first time, I told her like you helped me get my entire life together. Just scrolling through your feed, you just encouraged me. You just made me want to do better with my life. So I just want to say thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on. I'm honored to have you. Listen, when your aunt told me about you, I said, I got to meet her, and so she seems so amazing. And listen, your auntie only know amazing people. I'm going to just tell you that now. She only deal with the best of the best. I'm going to just tell
Yeah.
you. And so I'm super excited to have you on today in honor. And I just want to get into telling people who you are. Can you just give them a little insight of what you have accomplished? I know because you have, listen, let me just tell you a plethora of things that I have that you have accomplished. And I just want people to know just a little bit because we're going to get into all the things that you've done and run it down because they need to know who you are, Miss Gloria Warren. And that's what you go by on Facebook, right? Or
Gloria Warren. Yeah.
okay, Gloria Warren, and then you have the Eloquent Wives
hmm
Academy, right? Tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about that and how that came about.
Okay, so I guess I'll like revert back to what you asked me first, because I just just took it all left. But I am Gloria Warren. I am a wife. I'm a mother of three. My husband is Bryson Warren. He's an elder. I am a minister myself. I am the founder of the Eloquent Wife, and that is the base for the Eloquent Wife Academy. I do so many other things. I do graphic design, I do web design, I do like brand strategy for clients, aside from everything else that I do. I am an author of a devotional. So I have a lot of things going on, and I'm just trying to keep it all together, clean the house and, have my kids taken care of. But God is gracing me to do all of that stuff. But the Eloquent Wife, that came about back in, I want to say 2016. The Lord started dealing with me about it. I was just kind of going through some things within myself because for the people who know me, they know I'm very, very reserved. And so, like within my marriage, I was just dealing with some things because I was keeping a lot of my frustrations in. And so, because of that, I was starting to have bitterness in my heart. I was starting to have resentment towards my husband. And even though he's a man of God, even though he's saved, he preaches, it was still some things that I was dealing with. And because of it, God just dropped a name in my spirit. And I'm like, the Eloquent Wife. And I wrote it down because I didn't know what would come of it. But it was something that I also was afraid of because I'm like, if God gave me this, it's probably going to turn into something. So I'm like, God, I don't know if I can do some stuff that concerns marriage because, you have to be vulnerable. You got to talk about issues. And it's like, if you're talking about this and you know what you're talking about, you probably then went through it. So I was like, I don't want people all in my business. And it's something I kind of ran. It's something I kind of ran from for a long time. But I launched it in 2020. I just stepped out by faith and I'm like, okay, God, and so many things were just closing in my life. And it's like, if you running from God, he will shut all the doors everywhere else where you think you want to be. And he's like, no, this is what you're going to do. And I just had to surrender and say, okay, God, I'm going to stop running because I don't, I'm tired of going through these trials and things that I might be bringing on myself. So I just launched it out in 2020. It was April 4th. It was like right around the time when the pandemic just really, really hit. And, just God and his sovereignty, it grew so very fast. And like, it was just amazing to me And just to think like I had other plans, I had other things that I thought I wanted to do, but God's like, no, I have something better for you if you would just follow my leading. So, it's just been a blessing to so many women. They were closing with their husbands, like, I don't know what to do with this man. So, it was just the encouragement that I was sharing. Women just needed it at that time. And still here, it's almost 2 years later, but I thank God for just entrusting it to me. I know I said a lot, but yes, that's how it came about.
Well, you done good because I'm amazed by it because definitely wives do need help. Millennium wives do need help. Discovering their beauty within in marriage because sometimes you lose yourself. Because you're all wrapped up
Yeah,
in your family, like you said, your husband's ministry, whatever he got going on.
yeah,
So it could definitely you just encouraging them and uplifting them and giving them a platform where they can be around others that are going through the same thing is amazing because you need that sometimes. You need to know
mhm,
somebody like you said you're going through it so you can help somebody else through it. It's not necessarily putting them in your business, but it's just we overcome by the words of our testimony. And
yeah,
so yeah, so we definitely have to help each other because you didn't go through it for no reason. It was
right,
right? And so,
right.
and you did Eloquent Wives Academy. Tell me, like, how is that? What is that like? What does that include in the Eloquent Wife Academy? Because I know some women out here that are looking for, help, and they're looking for someone that can relate to them. They're looking for other wives, that
Yeah,
they can, be around. They can encourage them at this day and time. I'm telling you.
right. The Eloquent Wife Academy is just basically where I go in depth with just teaching biblical principles that they can practically use on a daily basis. So it's a subscription based service. I have 3 tiers. You can join and it's free to join, but depending on how many classes you want a month, the max is 3. So depending on how many you want, you just choose which tier you want. But there's a private wife chat room that we have. I have like different resources in there, just different things that not is not really talked about everywhere else. And I have it private just because of like the sensitive topics that may be talked about there because there's a lot of sensitive stuff that happens in marriage. But I just, I don't know, God just impressed upon my heart to just create this space, like a safe space for them. And, they can watch the videos, they can stream the videos at their own pace. They can comment on it, ask questions on different things. And that's basically what it is. I mean, it's real simple, but it's just having that outlet and like additional resources of different things that they can't get anywhere else.
And I see that it is other countries, right? You have it in other countries.
Hmm.
It's not it's in
Yeah.
different countries right now.
Hmm.
So you have definitely reached the mass. Let me just tell you, and that's a blessing because women need it these days. I'm gonna just tell you. I work in the mental health field, and so
Okay.
a lot of them are looking to divorce, but a
Yeah.
lot of them, what if they had the help? I feel like, or the space that they wouldn't, they'll get some
Yeah.
kind of counseling, some help, and that goes into you. You're a certified Christian relationship coach.
Hmm.
You have the certification, the backing to be able to help these people. Tell us about that. How did that come about? You getting to be a relationship coach?
Okay, so it was after I launched the Eloquent Wife, and like again, I just felt God tugging on my heart. And I always said I would never go back to school for nothing. I was like, when I get done with high school and with like I am a cosmetologist, so I was like, I don't think I'm gonna ever go back to school. I'm tired of studying. I'm tired of doing all of that. But he just tugged on my heart again, and it's like I felt led to just research it and look into it. And I just kept feeling this pull that I should just take the course. And it was, I want to say, like an 8-week course. And it's like I just had this drive in me. Like it was just for me to just get it done. And I
Mhm.
want to say this might have been like two months after, maybe around May or June or something like that. when I completed it, but I completed it in one weekend. So it was like in 3 days, I
Okay.
completed an 8-week course. I took the test and I actually passed the test the very first time. I think I made a B, but I did complete it. And I don't know. I guess God. He always does things in decency and in order. So just with me being able to have that behind me is like I did. Study on this. Not just saying I'm just speaking from what I went through, but I did study material on it just so that I can have, you know, I want to say secular, but more knowledge about relationships and things like that. Things like that. I'm sorry. But um, it's just God leading me just to do it.
And I mean, and let me tell you, if you're married, you got experience. So you qualified there. Just say, and then you got certified. And so I also want to talk about this now, because
Okay.
this I was so like she does look like a gospel independent gospel artist, recording artist. Now tell us about that, because you look like you were saying to it, Tasha and them and Jakari and all of them. I'm just telling you,
Jacqueline Carr.
come
My
on,
kids love her.
I'm a little country, so I'll be
Yeah.
I call it look. But but you definitely look like that you would be on that platform. Tell us about that, because and how amazing it is. Because
Oh, well, it's not, it's something that I would love to do more. But with having like small kids and stuff, it's not something that I can, just put my everything into. But it's something that I do aspire to do more of. But I mean, all of my life, I've always just had this desire to sing. Um, I just, ever since I can remember, I've been writing songs, doing all of that. And once I got married, that went on the back burner. I actually did a CD when I was 18. It's entitled My Life. But fast forward to me getting married, I didn't do anything else until like 2000. I want to say 16, 17. But they were just like singles here and there. But I've just always had this desire to sing. I always had this desire to write. I have like two songs that correlate with the eloquent wife of what I'm doing. One of the songs, is not the traditional gospel song. It's a song that a husband and wife can enjoy. And I have another song, which I call it my theme song. It's called Never Ever Give Up.
okay,
And that's just where, I'm just encouraging, couples and encouraging wives to just fight for your love, fight for your mind, fight for your time, just fight for the things that you believe is precious to you, that you believe that God has given to you, because Satan is always going to come. He's going to try to knock you off your game, and you'll be sitting up here and saying, God, I thought this is what you said. And you don't really see the fruition of it in your everyday life, because I always say, you have church on Sunday, but your spouse, they see the fleshly part of you all the time.
yeah,
So, you get on each other's nerves, and it's like, this is not the person that I married. But just learning to die to that flesh all the time, because it gets hard. And if you're not staying rooted in God and allowing Him to just fill you up, you're gonna want to quit. You're gonna want to give up and walk away and say, this is too hard for me. I can't do this. God, I love you. I'm still saved, but I don't know if I can do this. So it's just encouragement that
yeah.
I just wanted to share.
Well, I'm super excited. Can they download your music, or
Mhm.
how do
Yep.
you get your music? Because I mean, you, you say it's if God put it in your belly, it's a useful.
Mhm.
Just telling you right
Yeah.
now. So I always try to encourage people. Look, put it out there. Put it out there. You
Yeah.
never know what can happen, what God can do, how He can
Right.
connect dots to whoever is watching, and then
Right.
you go on, recording another or something. Uh,
Yeah.
so tell us how they can get your music.
Yeah, so they can just go to any platform where they can stream music. I have, like hard copies of my very first album. That can be found on my website, gloriawarren.com. But if they just want to download and stream my music, they can just go to any platform that they like to stream their music on and just type my name in, Gloria Warren, and they'll see all the songs that I have done on there.
Oh well, you gotta put that out there more, Gloria. I just feel
Yeah.
spirit because I have some girls in my church. They are recording artists, and so
Okay.
Shakara, Monique, she's a recording artist, and then
Yeah.
another one that's in our church named I call her I call her Jelly, but that's not her stage name. But she's recording artist too, and I
Okay.
you it definitely has opened up some doors to them, and so you never know who we watching here, so, get ready, girl, get ready.
Okay. I'm ready, Lord.
I always say, Auntie, be ready. She be like, you be like, be ready. I don't be ready. I just but I'm super excited to have you. Also, I do want to go over as well that you are a branding strategy coach. So tell us about that. How I mean a little bit what that entails.
Okay, so this is like a new service that I just rolled out like last week. But it is, I have like a standard version of it, and then I have like a premium version of it. But it's where I just basically walk. I don't want to just like, I don't know if I should just cater it just for women. But it is where I just walk them through like the different steps and things like that that they can I feel like I talk to a lot of women, especially older women who have like this vision in their hearts, and they have so many different things that they feel like God is leading them to do, and they feel like God, is pressing up on their hearts to do, but they just aren't able to like convey that to the online world. And so I just felt compelled again to just create this so that I can just kind of walk them through, how to analyze their data, how to go through their analytics to it's basically the practical things. We know that God does the increase,
Yeah,
but how many times you should be posting, what is the audience, who is your target audience, who
yeah,
you should be, how, like, what time of day you should be posting, how to read, how many people are online, when are they online, when are your people online the most. Just going through all of that, just going through like the pain points that they may have, and just creating a strategy to get them through that, and then like creating like this 6 month goal that they can practically meet, just giving them tips what to do, like,
mhm,
on a weekly basis and things like that. So it's just me going in depth with them, of how to just press through and see that growth that they know that God has shown. A lot of them have dreams, they have visions, God is showing them this, but just don't know how to convey that so that they can see the manifestation of it.
mhm.
So that's basically the gist of the brand strategies.
Oh, see, and that's what some women are looking for right
Yeah,
now. Somebody to help them convey the vision that they have into the social media platform, into the
yeah,
to the different areas, or how to target the different areas.
yeah.
And that's the thing. I also was doing that as well, and I had to learn from basically messing up, so, but I
Yeah,
didn't
me
I
too.
had you, so I didn't have to mess up. I
I,
needed to,
I I have messed up a lot. I've learned a lot, just trial and error, but thank God we're here.
yeah. And how can they get sign up or get a branding and strategy coaching, or how does that work? Like, how do they? Is it 101 coach? Is it group? Or tell us about that program. Like,
Right now it's I'm sorry. Right now it's just one on one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna open it up like as a group. It's something that I'm thinking about, but right now it's just one on one. And everything that I do is on my website, gloriawarren.com. It's a tab on there that says entrepreneurial or entrepreneur hub, and then you can go on there and see the premium services. And I also have like website templates on there. So if they don't have the money to pay somebody $5,000 for a website,
oh,
they can just, you know, get the template if they like it, and just edit it, put their stuff in there and get it out there. So
Oh,
just
but you now you do website templates. Tell us, hold on, you just went. I just missed all of that, so you got to go back to that part because that is very important these days. Like you said, I've spent some money on some websites, so and I'm like, oh Lord, you said good, but like you said, tell us about your website templates and how does that work too as well. Gosh, you see, you have a lot that you do. I'm telling you, I love it.
Um, the templates is just me. It's something that I call it like my pre-designed web design templates, and
Mhm.
so that's where I just create them like in my spare time. I just make it cute how I like it and what I think they might want. Like if they want, one template might have like a place where they can have like a group like meeting there. I have another one, like if they like to do blogs and things like that, they can have that there. Another one is where it's like where people can join their website. If they want people to actually be a community, they can have people to come in and join, sign up, and do things like that. So all of them, they have something different. But basically, they just go on there, they choose which one they want, they download it. I send them how to like have the full ownership of it and
Yeah.
where they can just edit it and make it their own. But that's found on my website too, gloriawarren.com.
Oh, see, that is amazing. Listen, let me just tell you how many people about to go bombard your website right now. And I got your website on the scrolling across the screen because that
Okay.
is so. I mean, people are looking for that type of thing. That I mean, and the easy convenience of it. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away over here because I'm looking forward too. So look, you got your first another customer here. So and then tell us about you being a YouTuber. Tell us about YouTube because I know YouTube is huge right now. When Facebook went down, I wish I would have had built my YouTube. So tell us about you being a YouTuber.
Yes. So I love like creating content. Just I guess I'm just a content creator. So I just go on there and I just try to post once a week. And I basically just do, videos along the lines of the Eloquent Wife. So I'm always just kind of like answering questions that ladies may send in to me, and I'll just post it there. I may not mention their name, but a lot of times I just try to just answer anything or any type of question that may be of a concern or an issue that somebody is going through. And I just basically do that there. But I love YouTube. I love that it's a search engine. I love that people can find it all over the world. You just type in the right thing, they can discover you. So YouTube is a very, very like helpful resource for so many people, and it helps me to keep my creativity flowing. I just love it.
Yeah. Well, you're doing an amazing thing, and you are truly the Proverbs 31 wife. So, because you got your hands in everything, and this is so it's so refreshing to see someone else out here doing the same thing. They're doing it. Your business, you're doing your online subscription, you're doing. I mean, what could give us some the ladies some advice? Some people that want to be wives and the wives, give them some advice. What would you tell them? Or give them encouraging words today? What would you kind of just give them something to try to, encourage them, uplift them? What would you have?
So for the woman who desires to be a wife, I would just say to not allow discouragement to be the focal point of your day. Um, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Go no, go ahead. We did that phone thing wrong.
Okay.
We got it. It was my
But
my mama.
I text my mom, so
Yeah, we're good.
Um,
Sorry about that.
but it's okay.
And we had just talked about this. We had just said that she don't normally call me. But I'm sorry. Yeah, what encouraging words would you give a wife or a wife to be want a woman that wants to be a wife? What encouraging words?
So the encouraging words would be to not allow discouragement to be her focal point. To just basically I feel like it's important for us to, allow our emotions, allow ourselves to express our emotions to God. He cares about every part of our lives. He cares about everything that we feel. And, even though we're not to just sit there and just wallow in, depression and things like that, I do feel like it's healthy for us to get it out, sit at his feet and say, Lord, this is a desire of mine. And it's in my heart, then I believe that this is something that you've given to me. And because you've given it to me, Lord, I'm just going to trust you that you're going to bring this to pass, in your perfect timing. I have a desire to be a mother. I have a desire to do this and that. And just allowing yourself to not be um bombarded by the lies of the enemy, the thoughts of the enemy, of him saying, nobody wants you, or you're getting older and things like that, because he always loves to just he loves to bring confusion, to bring all these things to our minds. And just just not falling for that, and just choosing to just be hopeful, and choosing to say, God, I trust you. I'm not going to make this an idol. I'm not going to make this a little God in my life, but I'm just going to choose to know that you love me, that you've given me this desire. There are billions of people on this earth. There's somebody for me. God says it's not good for man to be alone. So if he said that, some people, they try to say all you need is Jesus. Yes, but they might be going home to their husbands at the end of the day. And
Yeah,
it's like, I want to have somebody too. So, Jesus, he gives us so much, but he's not gonna be there to keep you warm at night. So if he created it, then it's something that I can enjoy, something that I can have. It's a lot of people in this earth. God, I know you got some sons, I know you got somebody, and I'm just gonna choose to believe that you're gonna bring somebody into my life. And for the wife that is married, I would just say to her to just keep God the focal point. It always goes back to him. It always goes back to Jesus. The husband, if we try to make them be our little gods, we're going to be frustrated. If we try to, or if we're not staying in that place where we're keeping that relationship with God healthy. And, we always have this void in our hearts when we are not walking according to the ways of the Lord.
yeah,
If we're not staying in his face, if we're
yes,
not pressing towards him, we're going to worship something, because we are people who are created to worship. And so if we're not worshiping God, we may be looking for the void that we feel in our hearts for our husbands to feel. And that's when the frustration comes. If God fills you up, and if you know who you are in him, even if your husband is not picking up his socks, not taking out the trash, not turning the TV off at night, if he's not taking the dog out like he's supposed to, all this stuff get on our nerves. And
yes,
it's what the devil used. He'll use this little bitty stuff, and it's like, am I really mad at this? But
yeah,
if we stay in a place where God wants us to be and close to him, then we will stay encouraged, even like the days when they're not the best. We can
yeah,
still have hope in our heart. We can still have joy in our heart, because Jesus, he's the only one that can give us this joy. Nobody else can give it to us. And so if we're allowing him to stay in that place where it's supposed to be, you won't be frustrated the way that you have been. And so I just keep Jesus as the center. That threefold cord is hard to be broken.
Come on now, come on now. You just preached the whole word for them now. I hope they're listening, because I'm listening. I got notes over here. So look, I'm gonna watch it again to get more notes. And so tell us, how can they get in contact with you? I know that all of you have, I have your websites on the scrolling down the screen, but tell us how they can get in contact with you and connect with you, because you guys want to connect with her.
So they can, you have the website gloriawarren.com. I have the eloquentwife.com, but I mean, it's still me.
Yeah.
But I have those two websites. I have the Eloquent Wife, where I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That same handle, the Eloquent Wife. So I'm very interactive on my social media handles. So they can find me on any of those four social sites. But yes, those four, the Eloquent Wife.
And what I just have one more question before I let you go. What else do you have coming next? Because I know you got some amazing things coming next. So what do you have coming up for the ladies?
So right now I am in the process of working on an app so that I can be on the go. You know, we can have our community on the go. And I'm really excited about. Um, well, I'm still in prayer about some things, but I believe the next thing that we're gonna have is a podcast coming out.
Mo?
So that's probably gonna be this coming fall. But I'm really excited about that.
And then you said you had a devotional. How can they can get your devotional off your website as well?
Mm-hmm. It's in my online shop, gloriawarren.com, or they can go to Amazon. You know, for the Prime members, they can find it there, and it is called Repositioning the Whole Woman. And that is just where basically you're just, just surrendering everything. You know, even if you say sometimes you need to just sit, take a moment and say, okay, God, this has been a bad week. I'm going to reposition my heart. And it's a 21-day devotional. And it just has um, just prayers of forgiveness. And, if you've been holding things in your heart, it's just basically walking you back to the heart of God. If we got stuff in our heart, he can't look at that mess,
Yeah.
but it's just basically walking through, and just quoting affirmations over yourself. I will, forgive anybody that has spoken against me, any unforgiveness, any malice that I might have in my heart. It's a 21-day devotional, just strictly just repositioning your heart back to God.
Well, I do want to thank you for coming on. I am super honored that you come on. You guys, you go check out her Eloquent Wife Academy. Get signed up. Get her devotional. Also, go download her CDs on Apple Music, whatever. YouTube. Go ahead and download and save her music as well. Gloria Warren, this is somebody that you want to know, and so I am honored that you came on. And any other last remarks before we go? Because I said I only keep you a couple minutes, but any other last remarks you want to tell our viewers, or tell everybody that's on today?
Oh
'Cause I-
yes. First, I want to just say thank you to you once again for just, the opportunity. It's just like a humbling thing. I don't take it for granted. So I really appreciate you, and I just love how you are so encouraging and how you just uplift women. Just to see how you just push people, and it should. I just wish that there were more Chanel Moniques in the world. So I praise God for you. I just pray that God would just bless you so much, just for the light that you give into this dark world. I just pray that God would just bless you beyond what you can even, think. So I just wanted to say that, and for the viewers listening, that just blessings to you, and I just pray that God would just reveal Himself to you this week even the more, and that's just what I have.
All right. Well, tell them your website one more time, because you got to say it with confidence so they can know your website. You know how I do Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com, but you got to say yours with authority now. Tell them what your website is one more time. How can they get in contact? How they can reach you?
Yes, you can get in contact with me by going to gloriawarren.com or theeloquentwife.com.
All right. Well, look, I got Gloria out her comfort zone today, so I'm super excited. And so I do thank you. I'm honored for you to be on. I thank you so much for coming on Woman Worship Wednesday. You guys, this is your girl Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. Meet us back here next Wednesday at 9:30. We have another special guest on. And listen, when you go go and like and share, go to her website, sign up for her academy, buy her books, download her music. I'm telling you, she's somebody that you want to be connected with, a divine favorite connection. That's what I tell everybody that I'm connected with are divine favorite connections, and you want the anointing to flow to you, because I do. I'm touching in the ground right now. Everything that
Amen.
sister. So you guys, I'll see you back next Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. with Woman Worship Wednesday. I'm your girl, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. Again, it's Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com.